right. Hello and welcome everybody. All right, I got to get into a party. As you can see, my voice is transmitting to other people, and now it's not. Okay, cool. Happy Tuesday, good morning, and holy cow. So we got so many things going on. So I would like to take a sec to just reiterate, like, the point of a lot of the stuff that I do is to protect women and children. And as weird as that sounds, let's see, I gotta get 3 kills without dying 5 times. As much as I love the akimbo, I want to try to not. So let's see. Yeah, I don't need that. How do I get these? No enemy skulls, bullet penetration. Coated rounds are often unrivaled bullet penetration and so you have to do an armory unlock for these, but whatever. So I just got to kill 3 people. In fact, let's even muzzle flash concealment. I think that's still the best. I mean, the only other one, this one would be good too. That's undetectable by radar. But basically, yeah, I kill 3 people without dying. So let's go ahead and try that. And yeah. So, but anyways, what I'm talking about is protecting the women and children. So there are a few things that people banned in under the guise of saying that they were protecting women and children and like the family structure. But what they're really doing is they were oppressing women and protecting men. That's all it was. But they weren't really protecting men because the rich people could still do the things that they wanted to do, but the poor people couldn't, and they get in trouble for it. Like, specifically, I'm thinking prostitution, but also drug use and substance use. Now, you know, one of the biggest things we're finding out from these files is all these rich people were living double lives. And it's really dumb and naive to think that they weren't. Like, they're people just like us. And that's the problem. Is like, you know, and in computer science, you do these things called proofs, where you prove a piece of logic or an equation or some kind of like law without a reasonable doubt. Like, and actually not even without a reasonable doubt, you prove it perfectly. Like, you do it with tests. And I'm trying to think of like some specific proofs, and in computer science, there's like a whole nother engineering language. There's like a bunch of symbols and stuff that basically translate like the situation for each piece of technology. Like, this thing for all these situations will work in this way, but it will not work in this way. And yeah, so... But back to like safety and policy, like that's what it is. Oh, we're doing it free for all. Okay, this could be difficult.
Free for all. Hostiles in all directions. Clear to engage.
Ah! Okay, yeah, this is gonna be tough. I gotta be kind of careful, because I gotta kill 3 people without dying. Pretty exposed here. Ah! What? I killed 1. Alright, well, anyways. So, but the idea is like prohibition both on adult and prostitution should be rebranded as something else, because the name prostitution has just been so so vilified.
UAV in the area.
Okay, there's two. Ah! There's three. Alright. Ah, okay. So, but anyways, protecting women and children, and that's the biggest thing. And so, like, the biggest target for pretty much everybody once they realize what they're targeting is child predators. Like, people that would take advantage of a child, especially, like, under 12. Like, there is a distinction between teenager and, like, child. Now, it's all bad. Like, and basically we're talking about minors. Well, a teenager is a little less, like, of a big deal. I mean, depending. Now, if it's like there's like this law that they talk about where it's like 4 years difference, and that makes sense. Because, like, and even in my own experience back when I was a youngster, like, it was weird. I was dating a 14-year-old when I was, like, almost 18. Like, and I was like, this is too young. Like, she's too young. She's not, like, I mean, she's dealing with problems. Like, she's just learning how to deal with problems that I've already figured out how to solve. And, you know, and now I'm moving on to, like, adulting, like, you know, living independently, how to clean up after myself, how to shop for groceries and stuff like that. Where she's, like, worried about, you know, who's going to take her to the dance, the social, and, like, which is understandable too. It's nothing against her. It's like that's just the age that she was at, and so she's facing this list of problems, and it was inappropriate because I was already like I was supposed to be like more of like an adult moving on and stuff. So anyways, and that happened a couple of times. Like, I dated a couple of younger girls, and like, or no, they were girls at the time, just like I was a boy, like not really like an adult, you know. Oh, you got me. All right, well, I at least got one. There's a lot of melee people, so this isn't too. Oh god. Okay, so, and now and I don't really usually talk about this stuff on Facebook, but I guess I do now. And so, and I'm having this discussion where, like, we're talking about legalizing prostitution. And, like, and Colorado is talking about legalizing prostitution. And I first saw it, someone was, like, calling police a name, like, you know, you're a sick person trying to legalize, you know, that, and people were upset. But then it was like, well, people are starting to be like, should we be upset about this? I mean, because, and if you think about it, it takes away the target off of women and children. Like, you know, all predatory crimes like rape and child predation and child rape, like the worst, like it's the worst. Like, ask anybody who's in prison, anybody who's been to jail, like, you know, and everybody in prison, that is prison law. Like, if you're taking advantage of a child, you're trash. Like, you're the bottom of the pile. Now, thievery is also there too. Being so weak that you have to steal from other people and take shortcuts and use and make decisions with their money and their resources is trash behavior. Okay. Ah. Okay. Whew. So now that we're figuring this out, we're going to end up with a place that basically is how a lot of neurodivergent people make their communities and their areas turn out to be. Drugs and sex and rock and roll, like, and that's it. And that's like the epitome of humanity. Everybody that has money and power, that's where they go. Now, granted, there's a lot of people that are timid, that, you know, like, I'm thinking like Bill Gates mainly. Like, I mean, he's such a computer nerd that, you know, and he's in the files. No. Ah, I almost made it out of there. Let's go the other way. There's a lot of people going through here, like this back area. Come on down. So, anyways, it's just interesting. And then I had this one lady that, like, she seems older, ex-Catholic, or her friend was ex-Catholic that I told her, or her grandma, or something. Anyways, I'll try to read it after this game, but I mean, the gist of it was like it was a woman agreeing with me, like, yeah, we need to legalize prostitution. Like, it's just silly not to do it. It's dangerous, and it's, like, counterproductive. Are you gonna come down? I hate the mounting. Whee! It's gonna be somebody that comes up behind me. Ah, well, that's two of them. I wonder how many. I got at least one for sure, but I think I've only got one. You had to kill 3 people without dying. It's ridiculous. I'm not being careful, like, at all. I mean, this build is more like kamikaze, like go in, stun and gun. Oh.
The mission is complete. Good work.
Okay, but anyways, let me read the thing. So, crap, I've got a Portland story to go with that. I still have an old copy of the Oregonian newspaper, yeah, print, from when I was in my early 20s, and they had a call in polls. One was about legalizing prostitution, and I said I was all for it as it would reduce injury and death to sex workers, and taxes could pay for weekly checkups. AIDS was often a death sentence then, and stop pimps from profiting off of women. So they liked my comment, asked if they could take a photo of me, and suddenly I was on the front page of one of the sections with my photo. Then my grandma calls me, saw your comment in the Oregonian, and I love Oregon, by the way. That's why I used to go there like all the time. That's what I told her. But anyways, this woman was tiny, but damn, she was strong-willed and sharp-tongued, and I thought I was in for a bitch fest. However, she started talking about how proud she was that I was having my opinion heard, and that she agreed. TF? Like the frick? Later that year, I learned she stopped going to Catholic church because she didn't agree with their stance on abortion. 30-some years later, and now I'm proud that I resemble her in both appearance and that whole strong-willed, someone's going to call me a bitch, but I don't care attitude. And yes, they should legalize sex work and be certain that the bill that passes protects the workers and provides health screenings. And so, yeah, so people are, like, aware of this. They've been aware of this. And it's the prudes and the people that think that they're doing good things that are like, oh, you know, you can't be doing this, so they're going to go do it somewhere else and in a dangerous way. Oh, dang, I got 2 of them, so I only got to do that again. But that's basically the point. By banning these things, you make it the forbidden fruit, and then you also make black markets for it, because people are not going to just be like, oh, I guess I don't need to get my needs met. Like, they're still going to try to take those shortcuts. Now, ideally, you would get your needs met with a girlfriend, with a wife, with a, you know, or even a husband. Like, I mean, that's even more socially acceptable now than prostitution as gay marriage or gay, and I'm talking like from my own experience. Like, I mean, you know, you either have like one relationship, a dedicated partnership where you're able to get your needs met with one partner. Well, that's not how a lot of people function, so they go out and they try to use alcohol and partying as shortcuts, which works, kinda, until you have regret the next day. Sorry. And there's a whole bunch of other shortcuts because, like, yeah, men and women want to do the sussy things, but, you know, not the way that it happens a lot of times, unfortunately.
We've taken the lead. We've lost the lead.
I'm getting lit up.
Watch your fire!
I don't even have any kills.
Friendly cruise missile deployed. Friendly UAV online. Confirmed.
Yeah!
We secured the lead.
Such a creepy level. Dang it. I need to change the upgrades on this gun, but I don't know how. Ah! Alright. Ah. Let's watch this because I slammed the door. Ah.
Taking fire! Levi ammo!
Confirmed that one.
Hostile eliminated.
Friendly UAV online.
Okay, just one more. Ah! No, dang it. Okay.
We're on the same side.
Ah, I mounted on the frickin' car.
Hostile cluster mine detected.
So anyways, that's where we're headed. And the other thing is like pimps, like the people that were bold enough to still do it regardless of the legalities. They're the ones profiting off of it, you know, and so like pimps, even if their goal is noble to try to help people get needs met so they don't go and attack and rape and, you know, especially with kids, you know, it's still not all that great because they end up abusing it. Like, you know, like, where's my money? In fact, that's one of the criticisms I have of ODB is like, you know, yeah, he made a lot of good music and all that, but then he's like mistreating women.
That's one. Enemies gaining ground.
Getting
Push them
lit
back.
up through.
There it is.
Loading
So now you just need to do that one more time. Ah!
Kill confirmed.
I got you. Taking fire.
Oh, dang it.
Friendly UAV on station. Hostile
Okay.
mortar strike near your position.
Ammo here.
Get inside.
Changing mags.
That's one.
We're hit.
Ah, come on. All right, so anyways,
Overwatch Hilo inbound.
that's where we're at. Legalize weed, legalize adult sex work. Call it something else because marijuana is like the slave name of cannabis. You know, like that's the one, like the dirty name, like, oh, it's the marijuana. Like, oh, like it's a drug and it's, you know, it's a derogatory slave name. Like, you know. Ah, come on, that was it, that was it. I had two. All right, I can do it, I can do it. But I gotta stay away from that helo. Yep.
Loading set. Reload. Here we go.
Okay.
Enemy UAV active.
Changing mags.
All right. Sorry, I'm also a little stuffed up from the sleeping. Okay.
Getting lit up through.
Helicopter's going away.
Ammo here.
So, anyways, Dolomite's been saying it forever. Snoop Dogg's Dolomite skit was where he wanted to legalize prostitution and weed.
Taking fire.
Okay, I think I need to just kill one more person. Yeah, never mind, I got it. Gave 3 kills without dying. So yeah, so actually now, let's go ahead and change.
Changing mags.
Friendly cruise missile deployed.
There we go. This thing needs leveled up. Ugh. How are we losing?
We're hit.
Tag secure. Kill confirmed.
see someone over. Ah! Alright. So anyway, it's just refreshing to hear other people say it. So like, I mean, because people will call you like pervert and like, you know, like, oh, you're just out there just to get your needs met and you're being so selfish and whatnot. But really, like, no, it's to protect humanity, like society. Like, yeah, people are going to do what they're going to do. You might as well let them go do it in the safety of regulation. And yeah, and so... Yeah, so, and that's similar to why I was arguing with that guy about the Tate brothers. Because they get off on being in control and being pimps, basically. And they've got the cigars, the fancy cars, and the gold chains, and they're talking about how badass they are and how cool they are, and teaching guys to be toxic. Oh, wait. Alright, let's do that. Oh. Let's do that. Huh. Alright. So even with a pistol, I can usually do okay. I'm gonna be the James Bond. How we doing on time? And actually, I woke up early, so I would just now be waking up. And the funny thing is like, we're just moving offices, so... I mean, yeah, granted, I'm still doing a bunch of, like, IT, like, tickets and still helping people, which is annoying, but... I mean, it's fun. I love my job, but it's like, you can't really tell everybody, hey, we're moving offices, could you please, like, not put in tickets for a little bit? They're like, no, we need help now, you know, and like, the show must go on, like, you know, other people need IT help, so it's like, all right, and that never stops, and that's what was, like, causing problems with my coworker and I, because, like, he gets all sorts of breaks, he gets all sorts of time to be like, oh, let me take my time and do this, and, you know, whereas me, it's like, hey, you need to do this, and it's not like, can you do this, it's, hey, you need to do this, so... There we go. Oh, I think that might be the same guy that was just on my team in the Terrifier skin. Of course, it's not exclusive to one person. But anyways, so yeah. It also comes with a lot of glory, because every person I help is eternally grateful. They're like, oh, thank you so much, and it's usually not anything too complicated. It's just something I've done many, many times. So it seems complicated, and I just seem very smart because I know how to do it, but I've just struggled with it more than other people. So that's computer science in a nutshell, honestly. Like, learning computer-y stuff and how computers work with each other. Like, right now, I'm banging my head against the wall trying to just install Fedora on a computer. Like, Fedora is a type of Linux.
Friendly UAV on station. Friendly UAV online. We've taken the lead.
And I'm having issues because the installation media, so you take a flash drive, you install an installer on it, you know, you've got all these buzzwords like ISO and, like, yeah, installation media and installer and all this. So I downloaded a program from Fedora, and you really should check the checksum of every single download, which I've been doing mostly, but then I realized after I download something like that installer or that media maker, I was like, oh, I didn't check the checksum on that, so I'm going to go back and check it.
Cheeky bastard! Changing mags!
Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
Ah,
Enemies inside the perimeter.
Dropping ammo here.
that's some AFKers.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Oh, he stuck me with a thermite. So, anyways, once I install it, so the goal is I've got a couple of nodes that I'm going to make into servers, and I've got a few towers that I'm going to use.
Friendly UAV on station.
Actually, I might make this an hour-long one because...
Inside the perimeter.
Absolute
Is online. Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by.
RPG.
Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint. Hardpoint compromised. Online. Our counter UAV is active.
Anyways, sorry, I just went down a whole argument with my coworker. We're doing better, though. We're doing better. I mean, he's just a freaking child. Like, that's all it is.
Enemy inside the perimeter.
Sorry. And now I'm a little worried because I feel like I gotta assume that they're gonna watch this. But I think he's actually watching it now. So it's like, well, I stand by it. You're a freaking child. And I've told him to his face. Grow up. You know? Take accountability for your actions. Go do stuff. Like, you know, don't whine. And I think he's learning that. He's learning that people aren't gonna put up with it anymore. So... anyways, and we might have something really cool happening next week. Might.
Secure the target area.
But anyways. This gun needs to be a little stronger. I need like one less bullet to take him out. And then I'd be doing okay.
UAV's online.
They got me with a thermite again! I mean, that is funny. Not in real life, good lord, that'd be like one of the worst ways to die. Like, you can't, if you're stuck with something, that's like napalm. That's why that was so crazy. Yeah.
They're on me.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Under fire.
Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by.
They're over here.
Friendly UAV online. Target area
Same side,
updated.
you
Move
nonce.
to the hardpoint.
Flash incoming. Dropping ammo here.
Almost had it. Anyways, so legalize. It's the Dolomite stance. Soup Dog's been talking about it since Top Dog No Limit. Like that's it. That's very real. Like that's what it's been. Like if we would have just legalized prostitution and legalized weed, and like now hard drugs, yeah, those need to be taken with consideration. Like that's some dangerous stuff. But even hard drugs with like proper accommodations are not that bad. The problem is you're trying to hide it from your parents, your preacher, your school teacher, like anybody in positions of authority. You're trying to hide the fact that you're using these substances, you know, to have fun, to party, to experiment, to explore, to be scientific, like all of these things. And then anybody who says, "Oh no, I would never do that," is a flat out liar because it's human nature. Like it's just so ridiculous. So, let's see if I can flank them. Yeah, I'm gonna flank them.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
Four kills, that's ridiculous. I'm so congested too. So anyways, that's the thing, and that's what I'm gonna try to do today. So I've got like a tower and a laptop now. The laptop I'm also struggling to put the Fedora on, so I just gotta figure out how to format the drive. You know, because it's got to be formatted in the way that the computer is looking for. And then...
Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by.
it looks like FAT32. But exFAT is the one that you can transfer larger files. And yeah, so...
Target area updated.
Ah!
Enemy.
Well, you got the handgun. Nice.
Friendly UAV online.
Dang it. It's still just 4 kills. It's gonna take a while to upgrade this pistol.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Incoming! Switching mags!
UAV is online. Friendly UAV on station. Hardpoint compromised.
Yeah.
Area.
Dropping ammo here!
Ah.
Relocating. Stand
Just
by.
as I get another heal. Alright.
Our counter UAV is active.
5.
Thermite incoming! Taking effective fire!
Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
I've recovered!
Hostile customized active.
So, anyways, yeah, that's about the jam.
Hard.
And I used to drive and provide security for a couple of private dancers that, you know, they might have done a little prostitution, but it was okay. I mean, consenting adults. That's the key thing. You got to be consenting adults, and you know, and try not to involve alcohol. Like that's taking away the consent, the power of consent, because you're taking away the power of judgment and reason and decision making. So it's not really consent now, is it? Like, and you know, that's what a lot of people do. That was terrible.
Inside the perimeter.
Alright, so anyways. There's gonna be people right there.
Clock's ticking. Target area updated. Move to the hard point.
Ah, come on! I just need like stronger, so I need to like do like the barrel that does more damage. Like I need it to be a thumper. So I can get like 2 or 3 shots, but past that, nah.
Friendly UAV on station. Hard point compromised.
There we go. They're gonna be coming. Ah.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
What? Just walk in and all of a sudden you're dead.
Hard point compromised.
Thermite
Secure the area.
incoming!
Hard point relocated. Stand
Changing
Did I
mags!
get him? Yeah.
by. UAV is online.
Dropping ammo here.
Friendly UAV online. Friendly UAV on station. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
Ah.
Enemies inside the perimeter. Hardpoint
So, and that's it. And the faster we realize that, the faster everybody's gonna be like, oh, okay. And even women, like that's the thing. It's like if the women are saying, you know, and that just because that one woman told me, like, yeah, I agree, doesn't mean that all women. It's like South Park, like Reggie Jackson wasn't the emperor of black people, but if enough women are like, you know what, that makes sense. Let's protect the other women and children, because that's what it is. Like that's the current thing we have now. Is guys are out there trying to get women drunk so they can sleep with them. And then, or they might go hurt a child because they can't get a woman. And it's like, it's ridiculous. And that's one of the things, like with my experience with corrections, whenever I see a child molester, that's what I notice, is they're very timid, they're very incapable of getting their needs met, so they take shortcuts. They make excuses. They say, close enough, for a lot of things. And same with, you know, same with the other dude that I have a problem with. Takes shortcuts. Doesn't have integrity, you know, and not always. I mean, sometimes, yeah, that's what's hard, is because like they'll do good, and then they'll just be cool with doing like the most messed up thing, and it's like, oopsie, and with this one guy, it's like, anything more than 5 minutes ago, and it's like, no, anything more than 5 minutes ago, you don't have freaking amnesia, you need to remember, and you need to act right, like, huh, a realtor reached out to me. Well, coding game, that's another thing too, because like they're taking down the playgrounds, which is annoying. So anyways, but that's part of why I want to get this server going. So I've got a server tower, I've got a regular tower, like a workstation, and then I've got like several laptops. And the idea is to give away all the laptops to families that could use them You know, so it's still a good computer that, you know, as long as you're just trying to do anything like a Walmart computer would do, then you could use Linux on an old computer. In fact, I think even with these laptops, you could still play Minecraft and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's... Yeah. But either way. Oh shoot, I didn't, like, upgrade this at all. Wait,
Team deathmatch.
there we go.
Eliminate the enemy. Leave none alive.
This is going to be kind of hard because this is a long-range map. Jeez. AFKers. Yep, see, long range. Lots of ways to flank people. I'm surprised I haven't run into somebody here.
Got movement.
Switching legs.
Ah! Avenge me! So... Anyways, and the real ones have been doing it forever. The community managers, and that's a term that I've been using now, is like... You know, that basically means like gang leaders and stuff, and prison gangs and all that. Like, they're community managers. They're telling people what to do and enforcing rules of human decency and laws. Like, and that's what gangs do, like, mostly. I mean, there's still people within them that take shortcuts, and then they justify, like, stealing from somebody or hurting from somebody. Like, oh, they did me wrong, so I'm going to do them dirty. And, you know, that back and forth and that eye for an eye bullish, like, yeah, sometimes it's okay, but for the most part, no. And that's why you got to talk to the leaders to get the green light on anything. You know, well, especially like killing somebody, like that's a very last resort, you know, and that's what a lot of them will say is like, no, let's see if there's another way to solve this problem. You know, let's talk to their parents, you know, like the adults in the room or what have you and stuff like that. So, and then there's some sort of decision making. And often a lot of the crime and murders and stuff like that are when people take it upon themselves to make the decisions or it goes too far. You know, there's a lot of reasons. Like, it's not like people are out there to be stone cold killers. Like, a lot of them aren't. In fact, most people aren't. And it's a lie if they say they are. Dang it, I wasn't hitting any of those. So, okay.
Ammo here.
So community managers, like people in the community. Now the other part of that is returning people to the community, and that's what's happened. Like, so with drug prohibition, we were able to lock up and arrest and harass a lot of people and basically disarm them. If they're distracted and focus on their court payments and trying to get a job with a criminal record and then trying to find a job that pays well and then work their fingers to the bone, all to just be still second fiddle to somebody who was able to not get caught. And that's it. It's not that people aren't like out there committing crimes, it's just the ones that aren't getting caught are the ones that are like, you know, lasting, persevering.
Changing mags.
So, yeah, and now we're figuring it out. And all of the people, all the cowardly people taking shortcuts and hiding under this oppressive umbrella of bullish are going to get found out. I mean, it's going to be painfully obvious, like people stabbing each other in the back and yeah, taking shortcuts is the biggest way to describe that. Like, you're taking shortcuts against that woman if you drug her drink and you make her pass out, and then you do bad things to her, like the victim in my assault case, and he's about to be the victim in another case. I'm just kidding. But I would beat him up again. And that's the thing. He took a shortcut in that fight. He put me in a headlock when he decided he was done. He was ready for the fight to be done, so then he put me in a headlock. And it's like, no. So then I, you know, kind of escalated things, got a butterfly knife and a baseball bat. You don't know where I've been, Lou. You don't know where I've been.
Enemy alert. Requesting recon at my location.
Copy that. UAV is on station.
Changing legs. Hey, requesting counter UAV.
Let's blind him.
Got the UAV running signals. You're halfway to mission complete. Finish it.
So, anyways, that's just it. And like, and once people like put things out to light, then it's like, oh. And that's why I've never really had too much of a problem getting my needs met. I've never had to take shortcuts. Well, not never, I should say, because I did take shortcuts against about 2 or 3 women that I'm ashamed of, and I would need to seek their forgiveness because I screwed up. I did. One was married, and although that was kind of on both of us, like she was very promiscuous. We were writing basically like erotic novels back and forth while she was married. You know, like, oh well, this is what I'm going to do to you when I get to you. Like we were basically cyber sexing and talking about all of the dirty things that we would do to each other. Oh, but I'm married. Oh, can't. Oopsie. And then it did end up happening. But it wasn't just me. It happened with like 5 other dudes. And she told me, she's like, what really pissed me off with her is I was in a mental hospital and I was helping out this lady, Miss Betty, who had a like horrible amnesia or Alzheimer's. Like she would just completely forget. And because my face looked like someone she knew that she trusted me. In fact, when she first came in, I was in my room, which had the door open because you can't have closed doors, etc., etc. And she just tried to rush me. She's like, Josh, oh my God, Josh, you're okay. And I'm like, what? And I've got my CPAP on and I'm just like trying to sleep. And this like crazy woman runs into my room and I'm like, what are you doing? But then I realized that she thought that I was one of her relatives, and so then I sat with her, and she had this thing where you had to sit on her left because right is wrong. And so if someone was sitting on her right side, they were not to be trusted, and she would remember. That's how she would like remember it with her amnesia, or her what is that? No, Alzheimer's. So I would make sure to take care and sit on her left side. I think it was. I might be mixing that up. But either way, one side was better than the other, and so I would purposely sit on that side of her so she would know that I was one of her friends. Friends, family, whatever, a trustworthy person, and I didn't betray that trust. I don't even know how I would. Like, I'm not gonna try to steal money off of a crazy lady in a mental hospital, like, you know, stuff like that. Yeah.
Doing our job.
So it's just being a good person and just assuming that someone is always watching, because someone is. Like, it might not be Santa or Jesus. It's your neighbor. It's your teacher. It's your friend. It's your family member. It's your people around you. They're watching you and they're telling each other, hey, that A-Rye is kind of a piece of trash. Like, here's what he did. And then somebody else listening will be like, well... Or they might be like, yeah, what a piece of trash. And then, and it doesn't happen until you get to put in your 2 cents. So like, oh, maybe he wasn't the piece of trash in this situation. So, or maybe his behavior was justified in this situation. Like, there's tons of things like that.
Ammo here.
I saw a dot. Oh. Huh. Alright, so yeah, we'll fix this. Yeah, I don't even have anything today. Let's see. Let's look at my calendar. Nothing. I gotta close some IT tickets. Never mind. I do have a meeting that I have to do, but that's okay. And I'd actually prefer to do my support in meetings, because then you actually get to talk to them face to face. Well, it's an online meeting, but then you get to work out anything else. And it's kind of the annoying thing that I'm already jumping into doing this for this next semester coming up. Like, we're not even done with the current semester, and I'm already helping the next one, but that's okay. Like, that is my job, But the problem is like there's something else that a lot of people get stuck on that I'm probably going to go back and have to meet with all these people again later, because like the timing isn't right, and like the other people have their reasons for it, and yeah, so So muzzle, barrel, there we go. Long barrel. The bullets. That is the strongest bullet. Okay, for now. Trigger action. Fire rate. Let's do that. Actually doing okay with bullets. There we go. Oh. There we go. I'll be the secret agent. I'll try this. But basically, yeah, I don't know. It's just such a mess. Like, so many people doing so many things. Ugh.
Team deathmatch.
Haha.
The mission is simple. Kill them all.
This is gonna be where they come in at.
Hostile spotted.
Ah, almost got him. The goodest boy, huh?
Taking fire.
I kind of already missed my other barrel muzzle.
Active.
Yeah, this gun sucks now. It's so weak because of the silencer. Jesus, I can't kill anybody. Ah! Alright. I'm about to just switch to that other gun and try to level that up because I'm trying to get pistols, SMGs.
Hostile.
There we go. Ah, come on! Bond, James Bond. So that's kind of a good example, James Bond.
Phew. I guess death doesn't want us.
We've secured the lead.
Switching mags.
Our counter UAV is active. Friendly UAV on station.
Whoa.
Ammo here.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Shoot at his feet. So, and that's what it's going to take. It's going to take the people in charge. Well, not like the people in charge, the other people, because the people in charge right now are compromised.
Here we go. Changing mags.
Ah! Oh, sneaky, sneaky. Alright, so anyways. Because they took shortcuts to help other people with money. People used money to bypass dating, relationships, and getting your needs met. The normal way.
Taking fire. Now
Ting,
we're
ting, 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 ting. I mean, but the cool thing is like I'm invisible on the radar. So they can't tell where the bullets are coming from unless they pay attention to like where's my damage, I got hit. Where's that damage coming from? So, anyways.
Friendly counter UAV is online.
Ah. So, anyways, and that's all it is. Like, we just gotta figure that out and stop letting the dumbest people be the loudest voices. Like, that's the thing. It's like, you know, and all these laws and punishing and blah, 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 blah. Like, no, just let people be people and regulate it to where they're being safe about it, you know, and they're being responsible about it. Like, that's the ultimate thing is like, you know, that's how you end up with a bunch of sexually transmitted diseases and pregnancies and all the things. You know, it's because you're keeping these as forbidden fruits and behind locked doors and, you know, punishing people that would do this or try to help and guide and then locking up the guides. Like, the reason we have so much confusion is because the people that know anything about it are in prison or in jail. Like, and then the rich people are doing the same stuff or worse, and they're not getting in any trouble. So, and that's where it is. So money is king, and we need to fix that. So, and I think we're close to it. I mean, I really think we are. There's going to be a whole lot of comeuppance, though. Like, there's going to be a lot of I told you so's, and there's going to be a lot of tarring and feathering. Like, I mean, if even half of the stuff that, like, Trump's accused of, or Donald, I call him Donald because screw him. Like, he called Kamala Harris Kamala so many times. And, like, it's just so disrespectful. And it wasn't out of an endearing way. Someone told me, they're like, wait, but that sounds like you're on a good personal basis with that guy. Like, you know, that sounds kind of weird. And I'm like, no, I'm disrespecting him. I'm not calling him Mr. or Sir or Mr. Trump. I'm calling him Donald. Hey, Donald, knock it off. You're acting like an idiot. And, you know, you got to bring him back down a peg or two because that's the problem. He's untouchable. He's up there. He's Teflon Don. He can do anything he wants. You want to see some crazy evil stuff? He'll do crimes against children. Watch this. You know, hold my beer. This is how much I can do. And, like, he blatantly bragged about being able to kill somebody on the street. Like, that's kind of scary. Like, you can just walk up and shoot somebody and be totally fine legally.
We're fighting fast.
Oh, man. It's a very dangerous area. There's so many out here.
Loading fresh mag.
Ah! The goodest boy! That is a funny name. He is the goodest boy! Oh god. Ugh. So yeah, leave it to the poor people to be like, no, this stuff isn't all that bad. What are you doing? You know, these rich people are stupid and they're doing this stupid stuff. So wait, how much time do I have?
Mission failed. Return to base.
I can try one more round, but it's going to cut me off, I think. So anyways, that's the jam. Pretty much. So we're going to legalize prostitution. We're going to rebrand it as adult work or something. We're going to legalize most drugs. Most. I mean, there's still some dangerous ones out there, like meth and opiates. Those are the really addicting ones. Coke is bad, but usually because it's cut with something like meth or opiates to make it more addicting. Like if you just had pure Coke and then like, well, you'd still want to cut it with like, not the addictive additives, but there's like CB4, I think it is, or something. There's like different like powders that they're just benign. Like you're just mixing it. Let's see, can I make this stronger? I kind of want to take, I mean, that's okay, but let's go back to this. Yeah, shoot. And I still gotta, like, take a shower, eat breakfast, and get into the office, but all we're doing is cleaning up. And that's the thing. That's why I just don't care. It's because, like, I'm the one doing, like, still doing a lot of real work. Like, I'm still answering and talking to people, coordinating things, doing this stuff. Like, nothing's slowed down for me. Like, whereas, like, my team is like, okay, we're going to take a break these couple of weeks. Actually, no, that's not even true. My other teammate, he's just as busy as me. And that's what pisses me off is because, like, we're both crazy busy. And then this third guy is just, la, 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 la. I'm having such a good time. And then there's me and this other guy just like, come on, but he's being more polite to him. Okay, anyways, I gotta stop talking about that because honestly, I think he is watching these now, and it's funny because IDAGF or IDGAF, like I said it to his face. I'll say it to his face again. Acting all like a pompous prick. So Ooh, free-for-all. So we got 4 minutes of a free-for-all because I only got 4 minutes and 20 seconds. 4:20. Oh, man. Let's see how many people I can kill in this time before it cuts off the movie.
Free for all. Safety's off. You're clear to engage all threats.
Oh, we're all doing pistols, huh? Okay. I like this. Oh, I hit him so many times. Yeah, and alcohol. Alcohol is like the root of all evil too, because that was the thing that people were like, well, no, we have to have this legal. So they... Ah, I shouldn't have stood up. Ah! Ah, come on. Whew, 3 minutes. Maybe there's someone up here. Oh, no, it's your boy, Ray. Not that time. He killed me. Ah, just stabbed me.
UAV ready to deploy.
UAV online.
UAV active. Counter UAV
Ah!
standby.
All right, last minute. Gonna do the counter UAV. There's someone over here.
Be advised,
This is
UAV
a-
is exiting the AO.
Oh, come on! All right. I see ya. Yeah. Dang it, let me kill him. All right, 15 seconds. So long, everybody. Ta-ta. Hope you have a great Tuesday or whatever day you see this on. Be kind to each other. Don't be a prick. And don't make excuses. Don't take too many shortcuts. Just do the work. Do the integrity.